Welcome back to Kruznik's Sanctuary in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Kruznik X here along with Lord Fyrax.
Yo.
In the last episode, Meteon's report left less than stellar reviews as many of the distant stars that her sisters explored were found devoid of life, or even worse. As such, well, following that, Hermes decided to hear the rest of the report and transformed into pretty much what looked like a primal in my eyes, so I'm guessing a dungeon and a trial are ahead of us in this episode, so let's get right down to it with the level 87 quest, Caging the Messenger. Hermes is headed to Hythlodaeus. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his ether. All I can say is that he has entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So, do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him! No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought out under our control. The Convocation's duty to safeguard this star takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Binar? Chris?
'Tis clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase. And even if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone.
Agreed on all counts. To Katisa's Hyperborea we go. Oh, a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Or a quick warp. Okay.
I gotta catch up with you.
Yeah, just fly over to Katisis.
And guess what I'm doing? I'm flying to the Katisis.
Alright. What the hell?
What have we here? Excuse me. Has something happened inside Katisis?
Mrs. Vinar, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Katisis put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes' doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Katisa's scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Then consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I've little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations!
You all need only to make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once a Zem, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already.
And you, Emitselk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose. Yes? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent. That should cover us on all fronts.
Your tale led us here, Chris, so it is only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteon. And then we will face the future together.
All right. Catesis Hyperborea, now accessible. And we get a trust system with this. So, sorry Firex, but I'm gonna pop out.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
I don't blame you. This is actually a pretty good trust system fight.
Yeah, not to mention, we get to fight it with, Alright. In the next episode, we will take on Catesis Hyperborea. Stay tuned. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, here is the link for the next episode.